Because ultimately, I trust the people of Jamaica. You know that the Jamaica Labour Party does not play up on ignorance. We are the party that seeks to educate the people, give them the information, tell them the truth. Sometimes the truth hurt. Sometimes the truth is an offense. But God see I know me not sin upon the people of Jamaica. Me not trick the people of Jamaica. Me not go tell them lie to get them vote. Because ultimately, I trust the people of Jamaica. You know.
Alright, so here I am doing another video. Again, this is the raw truth.
Because ultimately,
I am leaving the Prime Minister's statement in the background to continue to play while I'm making this video. Now, it is interrupting me a little bit. Now, when you notice with that video, I started it at a specific point where the Prime Minister say ultimately he trusts the people of Jamaica. And that's what it must come down to. I'm sorry guys. I don't think people realize how much of a profound statement that is being made by the Prime Minister. That you have to trust the people of Jamaica. Last video, put it back. It's the caring factor I'm trying to let you guys see. When you have the love and the care for your people, you give them the truth, raw, unfiltered, I guess unadulterated or whatever, undiluted truth. And you let them know what is going on. And I'm going to give you a few examples of where it is proven that the Prime Minister does not lie when he said he doesn't come here to play the people of Jamaica. Not only his performance as the Prime Minister of Jamaica, where he's really wanting to elevate the country. Again, I will keep on beat it until the election called this topic, that the country has to be economically well for the Labour Party to provide more, and for the populace, the electorate, the people of Jamaica to benefit more. I've done a video already explaining why if your country if you just giving money to people at 20 grand a year, at 50 grand a year, once a year, and once for the lifetime of a parliament, or the sitting of the parochial board, it does nothing for anyone. No, to the point I'm trying to make. And I hope, and I'm actually, as I say in Jamaica, I'm well as I think I am about to make this statement. And I hope the JP use this in the upcoming election campaign. When the Honorable, when the Honorable Prime Minister came to prominence, came to power as the leader of this country, he looked, Singapore raising, he looked at the Jamaican people and said, prepare, I'm not going to say verbatim, word for word, but in so much words he said, prepare for bitter medicine. That's what he said. Prepare for bitter medicine. And before I elaborate on that bitter medicine, there's another point I always want to make in my video about the Honorable Prime Minister, Holness, Dr. Holness. I don't remember if he was at the time Prime Minister or if he was opposition leader, but I remember when he asked Madam, then Prime Minister, and I'm not sure she was Prime Minister at the time, but our first female Prime Minister, the Honorable Portia Simpson Miller, when he asked her to let us walk hand in hand in these garrison communities and symbolic that basically that your time your DNA and your culture of what a garrison constituencies is coming to an end. Again, it's not verbatim, word for word, he said, but to show some symbolism that the garrison will be of no more. And that's one of the reasons why I like, because, they say PMP love poor that they manufacture poor and keep people poor and keep people depending on handout to make them feel they're the powerful one and to keep voting them in power. And it is true and in fact, a lot of these constituencies are in no good condition, infrastructure wise, programs, the arts. There's nothing there that really are in these sports are in these constituencies that really are there to elevate the residents in those inner city, get your constituency. So let me go back to the point I'm making. So that's what he wanted to do, and that's what he's looking forward to doing. Whereas you can, that's why the art program is here free. You learn a trade free, you get paid while you attend, and your ability to elevate yourself. And anybody can tell you, again, a better economy will also do more for inner city community. Again, back to the point I'm making. And that is why he wanted to work hand in hand in post. The Honorable Lady refused to do so. She refused to take the Prime Minister and to work. Well, then, as I said, Dr. Andrew Holness, and I don't remember if he was Prime Minister at the time. I should have done my homework, or if he was opposition leader. But she did not take the offer to work hand in hand with him to end garrison. Because, listen, look, you do the math, and this is no lie. Before the election is called, before the first vote, PMP is already out the gate with about 10, about I would say 12 constituencies to two. They already will declare um 12 constituencies, and Central Kingston was one of them. And I'm glad Central Kingston is in on the toss-up column. You understand? People are waking up and changes. Yes, before election is called, you could already declare 12 seats for the PMP, 12 strong seats to the JP2, and then the JP have to climb on that to try to first cross the line, where just one more extra than the PMP to win an election. So that's one thing that the Prime Minister have done, and obviously he's working toward it now to eradicate this characteristic or this DNA of these constituencies, these garrison constituencies. Now, the other thing was the bitter medicine. The bitter medicine. And again, because he saw of what the state of the country financial affairs was in. There's no way nothing can be done with the condition that he got the country in. That is why he said give with bitter medicine. As we say in Jamaica, then we all at that time had to suck salt through wooden spoon. And one thing also, if you ever notice, the Prime Minister, now and then, probably the JP, but most of the Prime Minister, and Dr. Andrew Holness, he would always give credit to the People National Party under Portia Simpson administration with Dr. Peter Phillips as the Minister of um of Finance. Give them health, give them credit for holding the country together, even though they were actually doing as the IMF requested them to do. He did not step out of the framework that was set to put the country in further financial damage. And the Prime Minister oftentimes have given Portia Simpson Miller and Peter Phillips credit for that. They never, and they're part of the one that create the mess Jamaica is in, but they never give Honorable Bruce Golding and his finance minister at the time, my mentor, Arlie Shaw, their credit. You never hear the PMP give Arlie Shaw and Bruce Golding credit. And in truth and in fact, they're the one that started the changes to elevate Jamaica out of the economical mess it was in. It is proven and it is there. And there's a figure, that one figure I've been trying to find to show the proof. And I found it. There's written stuff that I could put for proof, but in this day and age, everything is the optic, the visual. And as soon as the Prime Minister flag the gate, I will upload the video where you guys could see it started under the Bruce Golding Ardisha administration, where the J dip, the cheap loan, and offloading loss bearing entities that the government own to investors who are making profit with these entities. Most time government is not in the business for these things, and we have Jamaican in these entities that are not making money with it, and we have investors coming that use it and make money from it, and we have to, that is facts, and we have to accept that is facts. And before I close this video, what I like with also and the Jamaica Labour Party, and I'm going to give the PNP credit, Senator Crawford, Damon Crawford, with the music industry where he's trying to create a kind of insurance and a kind of registry stuff for them. I really can't think of much more ideas to give the PNP credit. I honestly can't. Just because I don't want to, I can't hear anything that they're saying that I could give them credit. I think is moving the country forward. You understand? That wouldn't create a hardship or some kind of financial burden in the back end of it. There are great ideas out there, but the ideas must be able to lift its purpose or serve its purpose while not creating much of a burden on the country economical wealth. You understand? So unless the long term it will be worth it, and that's a story for another day. But this one I'm trying to make that may not have nothing to do with the topic I'm talking about was also again because I want to stress the point. We are not only responsible for our country on election day. The citizens, we are responsible for our country 365 days of the year. And one of the things that then Minister of Government Desmond McKenzie said when there was an issue downtown, and I wanted to mention this is because with the vendors and the igglers, he said farmer organization. And I don't think up to this day, let me turn this off now. I don't think up to this day they had formed any organization. That is like in America we have the lobby system. You understand? Because sometimes the government is not able to see the benefit or have the idea of how some things could benefit the country and benefit the person who's seeking the change. And I remember when Minister McKenzie said, farmer group have it structured properly, have a president and lobby to the government for changes and stuff that you want. I don't think that can happen. And I remember when Colonel Charles Sr. was Labour Minister and some foreign country wanted some workers. It wasn't the farm workers. I'm not sure. But the point out of that matter, because that's really irrelevant. The point out of that matter with Minister Charles, Labour Minister Charles Senior, President Charles Senior. Mr. Charles has said he was shocked to see how many Jamaicans are knowledgeable of the technical field, the construction work, welder, mason, carpentry, but a lot of them barely have any the educational level is so low. I'm not, and I don't want to say what he did not say, but I can probably some of them barely could read or write. I don't remember, but you get the point of it. You understand? People are so knowledgeable, and it do happen. People are knowledgeable about the job, know what they're doing. It's like foreign people. It's like it happens because you have a lot of people that go to a foreign country. They don't speak the language, and you train them to do the job, and they do excellent job. And they barely can speak the language in that country, or like in the USA, they barely can speak English, but they know to do the job. But when Jamaica is an English speaking country, and a lot of the countries are English speaking countries, and some of them their second language is English, and Or you're gonna get somebody, give somebody opportunity when you go there. It's not just about second language when they barely have any, the educational level is so low. So besides those two other points I'm trying to make, I'm telling you, the Prime Minister said bitter legacy. The bitter legacy was administered. And again, yes, I think it was a bitter legacy statement and probably with the Manak Philip and Phelps saga. Um, he ended up lost the election. I think he was just won the leadership of the JLP and ultimately became the Prime Minister. And he lost that election because of the bitter legacy. And the Honorable Portia Simpson Miller and and um and Peter Phillips, they pay the political price too. Because what I get to understanding from talking to some of my senior comrade friends is that Peter Phillips did not let any waste take place under his leadership as Minister of Finance. And that's a video for another day because that created the problem with him and the guys that you want to vote for Prime Minister. Mark Golding and Peter Bunting, they weren't able to run with it. And again, you're talking not from Jamaica Politics Uncover. Please subscribe to her and please subscribe to let me get the channel 2 grand. I'm sorry, when you get the channel for the 5 people that watch my video, 2 grand TV JLP. You could subscribe to them or subscribe to Natalie. Is that he did not run with it as Minister of Education. There was no run with it. And that created problem. That created what created a problem between him and Mark Golding and Peter Bunting, and that's why they sabotage the PMP from that time. That's the other one that caused the Portia Simpson Miller that caused her to lose that election, ultimately to Andrew Holness. And when Portia stepped down and the betrayal that was leveled at her, I think that's one of the reasons why the Google lady got sick. Then they went and they started on Peter Phillips and they sabotaged the leadership of Peter Phillips at the time he was opposition leader, and that caused them to lose the election again. And they went on to lie about paying workers how much million and just throwing money around and Mark Golding won the leadership of the PMP. Now, there's no way you guys should vote for Mark Golding to be Prime Minister after what he have done to Jamaica with FinSAC and to the PMP under the leadership of Peter Phillips and Portia Simpson Miller. And you're going to turn around and vote for this man to be Prime Minister that lies about his British citizenship, that took a, and I will not even get into the situation of Mark Golding because that's for another video. But you are going to understand that's not how it works. You understand? But you voted out the Google lady and you voted out Peter Phillips and you're going to vote for Mark Golding to be Prime Minister. I felt like he did to his party and to Jamaica. No, people. No, thank you, no thing, so. But anyway, that's the close of this video. And again, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Thanks.